guys, Brett M73 here. Welcome back to Star Wars Build the Millennium Falcon. Today we're going to be going over issue 80, and there's not a whole lot to do, but we've got some new parts. We've got these new stands which go with some of the plastic stands. I think I've got them sitting over there with the upper hull of the Falcon, so we'll look at that when the time comes. Really quick, let's just dig into the magazine here, because this is going to be a short one, especially after, like, the huge, I don't even know what you would call it, like the mammoth episode from issue 79. It was just so much work to do on that, and painting and trying to do things in what I feel are the right order. So looks like we have this, I think, is from... yeah, First Order Transport. So this is from the new Star Wars movie that just came out, The Force Awakens. I kind of feel like watching that again. Talks about the new Stormtroopers, a little bit more about the ship, Star Wars Lego stuff, Ilum, the Sacred Jedi Planet. Okay, I think this isn't this where they go to find the Kyber, is it? No, the Kyber crystal is something else. But the crystals that they go to put in their lightsabers, I think that's where they go. So anyway, we've got this first issue here. Oh, it actually looks like we are adding some more details to the Mandible, and it just so happens that I don't have them painted yet. Yay, Zors! Which means I'm going to have to wait and paint them. Ugh, there's always something, isn't there? Then we'll have the assembly port for the Mandibles. Or no. Assembling the port Mandibles. Gosh, what am I talking about? It's late. I'm tired. It's been a long day. So it looks like we're going to be assembling these three pieces and then assembling the support for the Mandible. Now, one thing I kind of thought was strange was... I'm going to reach over here really quick. Okay, one thing I kind of thought was strange, I got two of each side. I mean, not that I'm complaining, that means we have extras, but I've got two here. Actually, I only have one here because the other one, I think, fell on the floor behind my table over there, and I don't feel like getting it. So anyway, yeah, I think, yeah, I don't see it sitting up here, so I must not have picked it up. Oh well. We can pop the contents for this issue open quickly. See, it would have been really nice if they would have ordered it in a way so that we could have installed all these parts to the Mandible first, and then we could have painted everything. That's just me, folks. Like, there's actually a small part of me that wants to go back and like build another Millennium Falcon and kind of do things a little bit differently. Outside of the the directions of the instructions, because I think some of the instructions are just kind of not really the best instructions ever. So I guess these just kind of like pop in here like that, and then you'll just take your Mandible and place it on there like that, I guess. There's kind of like these little slots for the the pipes on the bottom so that you don't damage anything, which is pretty cool. You don't really want to leave it by itself though, because it'll it's like not heavy, or I'm sorry, it is heavy. It's not very stable. That's what I'm trying to say. I swear I'm losing my mind. It's been such a long weekend. So yeah, we have some more painting to do on this. We have to kind of hit this again with insignia white. We've got to, obviously, we got to get these new parts in for the mandibles. So what I'll do is I'll take a break. I'll get these painted. I'm going to have to get these primed and painted, and then we'll come back and get the rest of it done. Okay, so we're back. We've got our sprue pieces primed in black and painted in insignia white. They pretty much dried and cured by now. So let's see. It says start by removing detail 1 from the sprue, which should be this big long piece, I think. And this piece looks like... Oh, this is the one... I think this is kind of like the one I had problems with before. Not really problems, but... Let's see. Yeah, we want to make sure we cut off that bit. And I've got the little plastic piece down here on the bottom to kind of protect the tubing on the bottom of the model. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see here, just gonna see how this works. trying to figure out which of my tweezers is going to work better for this job. I think, because there's like a little lip right there, so I think I'm going to try to grab it from the front like that, and then I'll just kind of set it in like that, pop it down like that. If this works, I will be very happy. As long as I'm not dripping super glue all over my model here. Okay. And I've actually been getting several questions lately as to, if I'm going to be building another model after I'm finished with this. And that is why there we go. This is kind of why I like to do this when, before I paint, because things don't just instantly cure like they do when it's just straight up plastic against plastic. Anyway, some of you have been asking, if I'm planning on doing another model kit after I'm finished with this. The answer is right now I don't really know. I do have quite an old model that that I purchased in Germany years ago of the International Space Station, and it's the old Revel International Space Station kit. So I might do that one. I haven't really decided if I'm going to do that one yet or not, but I might. Okay, so glue the 2 pins. Okay. On part number 2. So next up is part number 2, which is the really long piece. It's this really super long piece. Now, another thing, I've seen a couple people screw this up by not installing it properly. And it basically goes... there's actually 3 pins, 1, 2, and 3, and it should go like this right here, and then this next piece, which I'll just go ahead and cut it out of the sprue. And we'll give it a quick sanding here. Now again, we will be going back over this with some insignia white, so all is not lost. However, this piece has these 2 divots on the bottom, so this piece sits right like here. So if you put this, hopefully you guys can see this, if you put this in correctly, this long tube will actually fit right up against that. And I've actually seen some people turn this around where it won't actually fit. So if I pop this out, the front pin, actually all 3 of the holes still line up, but this front part actually overhangs. So when you go to glue this on, it doesn't fit. So just be aware there's kind of a track that that the 3 holes are in. So just make sure that you have it aligned properly with those holes before you put it down. So now we're gonna go for the gold, I guess. Okay. I think I got a bit too much on the center there. All right, so basically what I did here, and I'm just going to kind of dab up some of this extra glue here. What I did was I kind of flexed this tube, and I put the middle one in first, then the front, then the back. And again, this will all get another coating, another quick coating of insignia white. Next, we just have some of the pipes. Getting all this in the shot. Hopefully I am. So we've got this next piece of tubing. Looks like this is going to fit like here, here, and down in there. And I'm just going to glue these top 2. I'm not going to glue down into the hole there just yet. We can make that work later if we need to. So we can kind of guide it by putting it in the hole first, and then just setting that there, letting that cure for a moment. We've got part number 4, which is the larger of the pipes here. Snip it. Snip it. And how does this one go in? This one actually goes back here. So there's a hole down inside there. Whoops. Where that is going to fit. And then these other 2 pegs just kind of go like that. So I think for that one, Just put it in there like that. Okay. Now, a little bit later, I'm going to go and kind of spray some grays and kind of weather this up, but I want the pipes to be in there because I want the, you know, all the weathering and everything to kind of be showing on those pipes like, oh man, it's, you know, it's been getting gunked up for years and years and years, and I think that'll end up looking really super cool. Let's see here. Next, we have this piece that goes on to the front right here. Can't really get any more simple than that. I think I'm just gonna put some glue around the pegs and a little bit on those. And just line the pegs up, push it down, and it'll cure here in just a few moments. Now we still have two pieces. Oh, glue the pins on part number 5. Okay, here we go. Part number 5. We actually should have done this one. This big long piece right here, that's part number 5. And there is kind of like a little box at the end here. So we'll clip that off, clip the other end off, clip the center. And file that. And then this piece is going to go kind of into the side of this, and you'll actually be able to see there's like a little square right there. So it's essentially going to line up exactly like that. Looks really good. So we'll just turn this upside down. Kind of put a little bit of glue on the pegs. More, not that much more. I can always kind of wipe the glue down the surface there. Okay. So we'll start off with the big bit there, the center one, and then finally the last bit. And I'm just going to kind of rub out the glue that's kind of coming out from under. And I think we just have one more piece, and then we're going to start on the frame. The last piece is these 5 or 4 little kind of blocks here, I guess. And this is going to fit somehow into this front little slot. Now, they're kind of shaped like little headlights. There's like little circles in the front. See that? Now, those are actually going to point towards the front of the Millennium Falcon. So when this sits in there, they kind of fit in at a slight angle, but they're going to be kind of facing out towards the front of the Falcon. So hopefully you guys can see that okay. And I'm just going to kind of hold this. Maybe I'll just super glue this like so. And And then just kind of fit it right there. And let the glue do its thing. And it's pretty much already bonded like that. So again, if I zoom out, we've got this piece, we've got the longer piece here, we have this other piece that we started out with, we've got the pipe here, and then the long pipe down here, and I guess we're going to probably have obviously another piece that'll go there, and you know, all kinds of stuff is going to fit down along here later on. So there we have it, some more piping on the Mandible. So next we'll get started on the framework for this issue, and we'll be right back with that. Okay, so I'm back, trying to kind of get things sorted around the table here, and we have a bit of the framework. Hopefully I have the camera aligned. Some people asked like a long time ago what kind of knife I have. It's a CRKT SRT high risk environment. It's the M1614LE. I don't know if they still sell these or not, but one of the best knives I've ever owned. I don't know how long I've had it. Probably close to 10 years. And it's pretty beat up. You can see it's got especially if you're watching in 4K, you should be able to see all the knocks and everything. And the blade needs sharpened pretty bad. It's got a couple nicks in it, but still works really great. Oh, another thing came in today. I filmed the previous part of this episode yesterday because I didn't have enough time to finish this out. So today, this morning, I got my Formula P3 Black Panther or Black Primer. I think this was. Let me see here. I got the invoice right here. It was $8.99 with $6 shipping, so $15. I ordered it from Miniature Market, so give those guys a shout out. They're not paying me or anything, but if you guys are looking for a primer, a black primer base coat for your Millennium Falcon, this should be pretty much all you'll need for the whole thing. I'm just going to be using it, I guess, on the top half, the other mandible that we're working on here, and then the cockpit. So, yep. P3 Formula Black, or actually I think it's Formula P3 Black Primer, PIP 93111. Maybe that's the part number, I don't know. But can't wait to get the rest of this primered. Okay, so I just want to make sure we get the instructions out here really quick. And let's see here. Okay, so screw a hole. That doesn't make good sense. Okay, so I think it's got it pictured like this. So we're going to be like this. We're going to be like that. Look at that. Oh, 3/4 of a... Well, it's like half of the second hull mandible, or 3/4 of both mandibles, I guess. What kind of stinks is by the end of this month's build, I don't think I'll be done with this mandible. I think it kind of ends with us putting the side panels on and then not actually, screwing I almost said gluing, but not actually screwing everything together like top and bottom. Here is my Loctite. Now, oh no, that's the, never mind. Probably need a couple drops of Loctite for that. Got another tube of Loctite just in case. I think when we're done with, well, no, I guess we'll have all the side frame pieces to install, so we're not done with these black screws and needing of the Loctite. You know, like, this being issue 80, we've only got, you know, 25%, no, 20%. Gosh, I'm terrible at maths. You know, we've only got a few more months to go until this kit is finished, and then, you know, there's going to be painting and things like that. And it like I actually kind of felt depressed about it the other day. I was like, it's almost over, and then I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to build this kit again. I will be shocked if I do. Hopefully, by the time this kit is out, you know, they'll have maybe the R2-D2 going. I don't know if that ended up going into production or exactly what's going on with the R2-D2 kit. I think DeAgostini was supposed to do. I think Eagle Moss has got the Back to the Future DeLorean. I would really like to do that one as well. Whether or not it'll happen, I just don't know. I haven't really heard too much about those kits lately. The R2-D2 look pretty cool, but I just don't know if they have enough people, you know, willing to sign up. Because I don't know if, I mean, R2-D2 is popular, but I don't know if he's that popular to do like a half-scale kit, you know, for $1,500 or whatever it's going to cost. I just do not know. Okay. Come on. There we go. Now, I just kind of want to wiggle these around just to make sure that, you know, it's going to fit together nice and snugly. Okay. Do the same here. Okay. Now I've got the last two pieces here. And then I think we actually screw in the hull plate. I think. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. Okay, and again, I'm just using this to coat my screws in Loctite, as you guys should be familiar with by now. Okay. All right, so we got one little black screw left over. Oop, there we go. Okay, that looks pretty straight. All right. So we got that on there. Now, Yep, adding the plating. So we've got 5 screw holes, plenty of screws, and this just pops on there like so. And then the last page of this issue basically concerns putting together the mandible supports, which I went over earlier in this episode, I think. So, and I don't know exactly what we have to do in episode 81. I actually found a really good online resource that kind of shows all of the construction portions of the magazine. It doesn't show like the article, about the movies and things like that, but it does show the construction of all the kit parts. So, and I can't remember. It's basically just continuing on with this the mandible. I think in the next issue we have to basically assemble and paint the 2 recesses for the bottom, and then I think we get this piece as well for installing that, and I don't really know. Then I think the next issue is basically kind of this thing, and making another part of the mandible, and then maybe screwing some of this down, and then 83 is probably finishing out part of the mandible, the mandible, and then we've got all the side panels to do. And it's kind of weird because we're doing this mandible slightly differently than we did the first mandible, so I don't know why they did it that way, but they are. Just make sure these are down nice and tight. And then once I probably after the next episode, I'll go ahead and prime this in black with the new primer, see how it works, and we'll kind of go forward from there. So yep, that is it for issue 80. 81, we've got the other hull plating piece. We've got the front part of the the top or bottom, I'm not sure which side this is, and then we've got the 2 recesses and the parts that go in those. So don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're following my build. I really appreciate everybody who does so, and we'll see you back for more Star Wars Build the Millennium Falcon. I'm Brad M73. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.